Hello, everyone. This is Calvin Butler with RBBS LLC, Corporate Consulting for Freight Brokerage Startups and Haul Aboard Logistics and Spirit Logistics and soon to be Rafe Logistics. The reason why I have so many titles now, because as you all know, RBBS LLC, Corporate Consulting for Freight Brokerage Startups, is a company that we developed about a year ago with the purpose of helping freight brokerage firms to become profitable. Okay, a lot of freight brokerage firms, they pop up, they go out of business and everything, and the reason why is because a lot of people who start these freight brokerage firms, they really don't have a grasp on what it takes to effectively run a freight brokerage firm and make it profitable. Right off the bat within the first 6 to 7 months. So with that being said, a lot of freight brokerage firms go out of business as soon as they pop up. They're out of business within a year to 2 years. We have been successful in taking young freight brokerage firms from zero profitability to making them profitable within 4 to 6 months. Okay, and that's what we do. Now, as you all have noticed here recently, we've been sharing a lot of stuff about freight broker franchising and us managing their freight brokerage firms, and we have been very successful at getting people to come on and do their freight broker franchises and start to make money with those franchises. Now, with that being said, we have some upfront fees that are associated with freight broker franchising and with us taking over your day-to-day operations of your brokerage firms. And I'm here today to talk about the financing option on how to finance those upfront fees. So it's not a real big financial burden on you, because we want to make this as affordable, easy, smooth transition as possible. We wanted to create this and make it so that a lot of people could afford to actually do it. Okay, and through the financing option, you can get this done with as little as $87 per month. I mean, can't get any better than that. All right, with you having your own freight brokerage agency and franchise, and you making anywhere from $1,000 a day to upward to $6, $7, $8, $9, $10,000 a day. So that's what a lot of these freight brokerage firms are doing. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go through the two options that we have for financing, and I'm going to be talking about some of the freight brokerage firms and the franchises that we've got that are coming up. First of all, I want to congratulate and welcome Ms. AISHA Smith, who is our newest franchise owner for Haul Aboard Logistics out of Arlington, Texas, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's located in Arlington, Texas. Now, with that being said, congratulations to her. Okay, and we are currently building her website right now as we speak. So congratulations on her getting her franchise. We have about 5 other franchises that are going to be coming on board within the next week or so. We've gotten commitments from at least 5 different people who are going to be starting their franchises. One who's going to be coming on this weekend, and another one who's coming on next week. We've also seen some great movement on the corporate management of freight brokerage firms. Currently, we're managing Haul Aboard Logistics, which is what I'm going to be showing you all today. We just recently contracted to manage and run the day-to-day operations of Spirit's Logistics. And we have received confirmation from Rafe Logistics that they plan on contracting us to run their day-to-day operations as well. And then there's another one that we're going to be probably signing on either this weekend or next week. So that's going to bring out a total of 5 freight brokerage firms that we're going to be managing, that we're going to be taking over the day-to-day operations of. Well, 4 more with the to go along with Haul Aboard and Spirit's Logistics. Now let's talk about the financing option for both those areas. I'm going to start sharing my screen here. Now, first of all, let's talk about Haul Aboard. Okay, let's talk about Haul Aboard, and I want to show you all what Haul Aboard looked like before we took it over, and then what Haul Aboard looks like now. What you're seeing now is Haul Aboard as it is since we took it over and since we started running the day-to-day operations back in February. We started running daily operation on February the 15th was the exact date. But this is how the board before. Okay, as you can see, drastically different company, drastically different company. And this is also one of the reasons why a lot of young freight brokerage firms are not experiencing the type of success that they want, or having very limited success, because if a shipper is going to work with you, you got to at least look the part of being able to handle the movement of their freight. Okay, these shippers are giving brokerage firms access. They're considering giving you access to multi-million, sometimes billions of dollars worth of freight. And if they're going to trust you with their freight, they want to know that you at least look like you can handle, the movement of their freight and take care of their freight and get their freight moved so they can keep their profitability going. If you got a website that doesn't have much, very little functionality in it, and this was Hollerboard's site before we took it over. Not a bad site, but obviously it's not the type of site that shippers are going to look at and say, oh, wow, that's a nice company. They put a lot of money into their website. It looks like they can handle what we need. Obviously, this is what it looks like. And of course, this is not what shippers are really looking for. They only got 2 pages, not a phone number. And neither of the pages really have any real functionality. There's nothing you can click on to see to give you information about the stuff that's on the page, or to submit any type of, quotes or requests for quotes or anything, anything like that. So there's really almost no functionality. You have a phone number, but you can't, I guess you can kind of type it in and dial it, but there's no functionality to be able to click in, and actually make a phone call, right from the site or to access anything. Compared to what we have when we took it over, this is Hollerboard as it is today. Very functional site, very visual, pleasing visuals, and aesthetically pleasing to look at. It's highly functional. Even the phone number, you can click on the phone number itself and dial. If you're on your tablet or you're looking at this on your cell phone or your smartphone or anything, you can just click on that phone number there and go ahead and call, our company. We have, functionality features like find me a load. Click on it, and then truckers can put the information in, and then we can get on finding them a good paying load, good paying freight, things of that nature. As you go through the site, you notice here more functionality with the onboarding. Shippers, carriers, even employed people who are looking for a job can come and they can fill out this, this onboarding page, this onboarding form. Shippers can put in their information, carriers can put in their information, people who work for our freight acquisition executive division, carrier group managers division, and processors. The easy form to fill out here on the first page here. And actually, and here again, very pleasing site to look at. And we get right into telling you about Hollerboard, what we do, how we're going to help you, your company, whether you're a shipper or you're a small carrier group or large carrier group, how we're going to assist you into getting more freight, moving more freight, and making more money. Okay, so very functional site. You can click to get quotes, and it takes you right to a quote page. If you want to go to a quote page, it takes you right over to the quote page. And again, very functional site, very aesthetically pleasing. And so, as you can see, when we take over these freight brokerage firms, we really are committed to making them, successful, great brokerage firm. Taking it from a small brokerage firm, that perception of being a small brokerage firm, to giving them a perception of being a very large brokerage firm that has pumped a lot of money into their website. Okay, so and we have several divisions within the company. One of the other things that we do with these companies, we incorporate a franchise component where the site can actually build this brand and increase its reach, across the nation. By having this franchise component, a brokerage firm can now branch out and say to shippers, we have 25 branches across the United States to cover all shipping lanes. This is something that's very important to customers. If a customer comes to your website and they look at your brokerage firm and they see that it's only you and maybe one or two people who are running your brokerage firm, they're not likely to sign up with you. But if they see that your brokerage firm and you have, let's go to our employee and staff section here, and they look at your brokerage firm and they see that you have, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 staff members, salespeople. This is our staff for this brokerage firm. Why? Because one of the things that we do when we come in and we take over a brokerage firm, we recruit, hire, and train professional sales staff with both shipper acquisitions, executives, carrier group managers, and processors to process all the paperwork and do everything that needs to be done. So this is what we do for each and every brokerage firm that we take over. We also do this for all the franchises, the people who get their franchise. We recruit, hire, and train all the salespeople, and we take over and run the daily operations of those brokerage firms and those franchises. Okay, now let's talk about financing. Now, as we mentioned, let's go to the franchise page. As we mentioned, in doing franchises, we have a $2,500 franchise fee. Okay, that's what it, to get your own franchise is only $2,500 on your setup fee. And then after that, there's only $199 a month to take care of all your, your monthly operating expenses. That's it. You don't have to go out and get a bond because we already have a bond. You don't work underneath our bond. You don't need to get insurance. We already have insurance. You don't work underneath our insurance. You don't need to get any type of authority because we already have an authority. You don't work underneath our authority. So that's going to relieve you of having to pay a lot of money up front right there because, a bond, a $75,000 bond, that can cost you anywhere from, $2,000 down to $7,000 or $8,000, $9,000, even $10,000 down if your credit is not there. Then you also got your authority, which can run you as much as $1,600 on getting your authority. And then your insurance can run you anywhere from $2,800 down to $3,600 down on your insurance, and up to $360, $370 per month for 9 months out of the year. Okay, not to mention you got to get your SAC code, and you may want to get UIIA insurance if you're going to be running freight from the ports and things like that. You got to have that insurance. That's even more money you got to come up with up front. So in starting your own freight brokerage firm, you can spend anywhere from $6,000 to $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 just upfront money in getting your brokerage firm started. And then after that, you got monthly expenses with your own brokerage firm. All right, you got your insurance, $350, $370 per month. You got your quarterly bond fee, anywhere from $800 to $1,000 per quarter. You got your CNTMS fees. That's $99 per month for each login. You're gonna need at least a minimum of three logins to run your brokerage firm from the CNTMS. So that's $300 a month right there. You got your load board expenses. I mean, you gotta, if you just get that, that's about $149 a month. And then you got some other load boards that runs anywhere from $39 a month up to $59, $69 per month. So that's another expense. So you could easily spend $1,200 a month on your reoccurring monthly expenses on a brokerage firm. Now with franchising, you're not going to spend that much. Because with franchising, all you need is $2,500 down. Okay, all you need is $2,500 down. I'm going to show you that here. $2,500 down on your franchise fee and $199 per month. Okay, become a Hauler Board Logistics branch agency franchise owner, just $2,500 franchise enrollment and a monthly franchise fee of only $199 a month. Okay, now, and of course, we're going to show you step by step how to implement our operational business model and share with you the most effective strategy that would enable you to become wealthy in this industry. In fact, you don't even need to know how to run a brokerage firm. You know anything about brokering to get a franchise and start making money from it. Why? Because we have our corporate consultants, our consulting firm, that will actually run the day-to-day operations of your franchise the same way we run the day-to-day operations of the brokerage firm that you're franchising under. That's the great thing about franchising. Now let's talk about the financing of this $2,500, because I know a lot of you probably say, well, that's a nice little, good little price to come in with a franchise, and it saves you money because compared to getting your own brokerage firm, that's a lot less than getting your own brokerage firm. Okay. Now, we're going to show you how to get this $87 a month with Affirm. Okay. When you click add to cart, you're going to add this to your cart. Okay. Then you're going to go to your cart and view your cart. You see, I have two in here. Let me take one out because I've done this before. All right. So add this to your cart. Let's go ahead and view your cart. You add that to your cart and you go ahead and view your cart. And this is how you're going to go about getting to Affirm. Now, when you first come to this cart page, you don't see Affirm anywhere on here. We have had several people who were getting their franchises, and one of the problems that they had was when they came to it, they didn't see the Affirm link or the Affirm option. That's why we're here now. I wanted to show you all how to get to the Affirm option. When you first come to the cart, the first thing you're going to see is checkout, PayPal, and Pay Later. The reason why that is because PayPal has it as part of their contract for any of these third-party payment processing companies. PayPal has it in their contract that they have to be the only one on the first page. That's just PayPal. They're a monster. They're a beast, in this industry. So if you're looking for a firm, you're not going to see them on the first page. Why? Because PayPal has an exclusive contract that they are the only ones who can be on the initial first page on the checkout page. That's just part of their contract. So what you do is don't click on the PayPal or anything like that. Just click checkout. Click the checkout option. And then when you go to the next page, look what happens. The next page, you have where you put in your information. I've already got my Visa information in there, but you basically put in your information, your Visa information, and when you scroll down, what do you see? You see you can pay with debit card, you can pay with PayPal, and you can pay with Affirm. After putting in your credit card information, all you do is you just click the Affirm link right here, and there it is right here. Once you click to proceed, you will be redirected to Affirm. So basically what you do is you put in your credit card information, and then you click here, and then you go to place your order, and then it will take you to the Affirm option for you to do what? To get signed up with Affirm and finance this through Affirm for as little as $87 per month. That's how you go and utilize the Affirm option. That's how you go and get approved through Affirm. Now, some of you are probably saying, well, why would I use Affirm and not use Pay Later with PayPal? Well, for one thing, Affirm processes a lot quicker. PayPal holds your payment in their processing for as much as 48 days. Affirm processing only takes 3 days max. Okay? I'm not saying anything bad about PayPal. I'm just giving you the facts. It takes PayPal on average 48 days to process the payment before it is released, before it is good, or whatever the case may be. Affirm does it in as little as 3 days. And as a matter of fact, when you go through Affirm, it automatically lets us know that you made your payment. They've approved you, but now it's just going to take them 3 days to process it. With PayPal, it takes them up to 48 days to process. Sometimes it's quicker, but on average, 48 days to process through PayPal, Pay Later. So that's just give you a heads up. Okay, this is how you get to the financing to access the Affirm financing. I'm going to show you all how it's done over here on if you are considering us running your freight brokerage firm. You come to our corporate site with RBBS, because RBBS, LLC, really stands for the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. These are all subsidiaries of the RBBS Logistics Learning Center, which is our corporate company. Now, as you notice, when you come to our website at RBBSLLC.com, right? You can go to our homepage. This is our homepage here. This is our homepage. And of course, if you want to get to all of the enrollment options, everything that we offer through them, you click the Enroll Now. They'll take you over to our enrollment page where you'll see all of the different things that we offer through RBBS LLC. You can either sort it from the lowest price to the highest price. You do that. It takes it from the lowest price to the highest price. Now, for those of you who want us to take over and run your day-to-day operation of your brokerage firm, You're going to go over here and click where it says Freight Broker Management Website Design and Maintenance Fee. Okay. When you click on that, it's going to add that, take you over to the area that tells you about this. And it actually has a little video here that you can play. Matter of fact, let me share my sound. Let me share my sound on the video. All right. It takes you over here where you can play a little video that, where we're talking about.
Good morning, everybody. This is Calvin Butler, CEO of RBBS LLC Corporate Consulting for Freight Brokerage Startups. As you all may already know, we have been contracted by all of.
All right. So what this does is a video that tells you how we're going to revamp your website and give you some examples and show you what your website is going to look like and things like that. So as you can see here, if you want to contract us to run your brokerage firm, you're going to go ahead and pay your Freight Broker Management Website Design and Maintenance fee. That's the only fee that you're going to pay us up front. Okay. And you can finance that through Affirm again for as low as $87 per month. Again, same thing. Add that to your cart. You add that to your cart. You're going to see it over here. Take some of the stuff out. We've got some stuff in here. Let me take this out. Let me delete some stuff from my cart because I've got a whole bunch of stuff here in my cart. Well, I'll leave it in. Yeah, I can take it out. I can take that one out. Freight Brokerage Train. All right, there we go. Just add it to the cart. You view cart. Same procedure. It's going to take you over to the view cart, right? There's the view cart. It looks a little bit different, but as you can see here, PayPal is the only one that's on the first page. Okay, and that's by design because that's just a contract that you have with that's a contract that PayPal gives to all these third-party companies. They're the biggest thing in the game, so they can make demands. If people want to use them, they have to adhere to their contract stipulations that PayPal is the only third-party option that can be on the first page of the checkout. Again, you can bypass that just by going straight to checkout. Click on checkout. Again, it's going to take you over to the checkout page, where it's going to give you more options. And as you can see here, you scroll down and it gives you the Affirm options right here again. Same procedure. So this is how you bypass the PayPal option to get to the Affirm option to finance through Affirm. Okay, Affirm is one of the new up-and-coming companies. They're very popular. They have great financing options, nice low payments, and I think they're a lot more lenient than PayPal. So, but you can always, if you want to use PayPal, you feel free to use PayPal if that's what you're comfortable with. PayPal does have a pay later, their financing option. It just takes them longer to process it than it does the Affirm. So there you have it. There you have it. All right. Look, I want to thank you all for joining me. I want to say congratulations again to Ms. AISHA Smith and to the others who are getting their franchises here this week. Look, this is a great opportunity for you all to take part or take advantage of this side of the industry. Trust me when I tell you, freight brokering is the most profitable aspect of the trucking industry, okay? And it's because they have the ability, freight brokers have the ability to negotiate with shippers on what their margin is that they receive for helping them to move the freight. Now, I know a lot of people have gotten upset with freight brokers and they think that freight brokers take the carrier's money, but that's not the case if you're brokering the way you should be brokering. That's what we teach. We teach every franchise, everyone that comes to our training platform learns the proper way of freight broking. Okay, how to negotiate margins. We don't take money from the carriers. We look up the lane rate. If the lane rate says that the lane rate is paying $3.75 per mile, that's what the carrier gets, $3.75 per mile. Okay, if the lane rate says $5 per mile, that's what the carrier gets, $5 per mile. When we go to shippers and we negotiate our margin, if the lane rate says $3 per mile is what the carriers normally get for running this lane, then we negotiate with the shipper for the shipper to pay us on top of that $3 per mile, another 15 cents per mile. We negotiate 15%, anywhere from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, up to 20% is what our margin is. And let me give you an example of that just real quick. Okay, let's take our calculator here. So let's say the lane rate is $3 per mile. Okay. So what we do is when we talking to a shipper, we say, Mr. Shipper, the lane rates are saying that this lane for flatbed trucks to run this lane from New York to Atlanta, or whatever the case may be, or Atlanta to New York, or Atlanta to Dallas, that lane pays flatbedders on average $3 per mile. So that's what the carrier gets. In order for us to move this freight, move your freight in these lanes, we're going to need another 15% for our fee. So our fee is 45 cents per mile. Okay. The carrier still gets that $3 per mile. We get 45 cents per mile on top of that. Now, that's going to make the total all-in rate of $3.45 per mile. Now, we're not taking the carrier's money because we're not going to touch that $3 per mile. Our fee is 45 cents per mile. If that load is going 1,800 miles, right? That means the carrier is getting times $3 per mile. The carrier is getting $5,400. That's the carrier's money. We don't touch that. That's not our money. We don't touch that at all. The carrier gets that. We just getting the 45 cents per mile, right? So we get the 45 cents per mile, 0.45. Our cut, 1,800 miles. Our cut is going to be $810. So our fee that the shipper is paying us is $810. The carrier is still getting their $5,400. They're $3 per mile. This is the proper way, in the way that we teach our franchisees, our freight acquisition executives, the brokerage firms that we manage. This is how we do business. So rest assured, if you're dealing with any broker firm that is managed by RBBS Corporate Consulting for a freight broker startup, you know that you are getting treated fairly as a trucking company. We don't touch your money. We do not touch it. We never have. We never will touch your money. You're going to get what the lane rate says you're going to get. In fact, in some cases, we may even take some money from our portion if we need to make that more attractive to you to get the deal done so you can run that freight. Now, we're not going to give up all our profit. You can't expect us to just give away all of our profit that we have negotiated. But we're never going to touch your money. We're never going to touch your money. Also, this is about the average of what the brokerage fee is for brokerage firms. So this shows our franchisees what kind of money they can expect to make. Because the average freight broker agent, just a freight broker agent, the average freight broker agent books about 8 loads per day. 8 loads per day, 8 times $810. It's a lot of money, right? Now imagine you have your franchise through one of our brokerage firms, and we recruit, hire, and train 30 salespeople, like we've done with Holloway. We got over 30 salespeople with Holloway. Okay, so we recruit, hire, and train the 30 salespeople. Let's look at Holloway here. If we look at our Holloway, let me find that. Yeah, here we go. If we look at Holloway, we look at the freight brokerage firm that we're running right now, and we look at the employees. Look at the employee section, employees and staff. As you can see here, we have over 30 salespeople. Actually, we have more than 50 with Holloway. And we're going to do the same thing for your brokerage firm or your franchise. We're going to recruit, hire, and train all your salespeople. So as you can see here, you know, if you've got 30 plus salespeople, right? 30 plus salespeople, the average freight broker agent books 8 loads a day. But let's say you got 30 plus salespeople and they only book just 1 load each per day. 1 load each per day. So that's $810. I'm showing you how a brokerage firm makes money. That's $810 on the average brokerage fee. Our cut, not what we're paying to the carrier. The carrier gets there on a $3.45 per mile rate. $3 per mile was the lane rate for the carrier. We negotiated 45 cents for our pay from the shipper. So we get paid 45 cents a mile. The carriers get paid $3 per mile. Carrier makes their $5,400 on that lane. We make $810 on the lane. Let's say we give up $200 back to the carrier, right, to help the carrier out, in case the carrier says, well, I need a little bit more money because I can't be profitable on that. But obviously, the carrier can be profitable on $5,400 on $3 per mile. But let's just say the carrier needs a little bit more money. And we decide, okay, well, we can afford to give them a little bit more money. So we give up $200. That's going to bring us down to what? $610 on our brokerage fee. Even at that, 30 salespeople doing one load per day, just one load per day, when the average salesperson books 8 loads per day. So that's one load per day times that 30 salespeople. That's $18,300 a day that the brokerage firm is bringing in. And you wonder why brokerage firms are so profitable. This is why. Because they have the ability to control their money. They have the ability to negotiate with the shippers on their cut. And their cut should never touch what is owed to the carrier, to the trucking company. That's how we do business. Okay? So that's $18,300 in daily revenue coming in for the brokerage firm. Now, as a as a franchise owner, your cut of that is 24.875%. So that's $18,000 in this scenario. That's $18,300 per day minus 24.875%. That's your cut. And that's after we paid everybody, all your salespeople, your operating costs, all that stuff is paid for. That is your cut as the franchise owner. One day, 30 salespeople, each booking just one load. Average brokerage fee, $610. Well, average brokerage fee, $810, but we gave up $200 back to the carrier just to help the carrier out. Average brokerage fee, $610. 30 salespeople, just booking one load per day. That's your cut. $4,552 per day. $4,552 per day times 5 days a week. As a franchise owner, you look at $22,000 per week. $22,000. What we're looking at? That was $22,760. $22,760. So that's $22,760 per week. 54 weeks in a year. Over $1 million a year as a franchise owner. We recruit, hire, and train you anywhere from 25 to 50 salespeople, 30 salespeople, and they're only booking one load per day. One load per day. The average freight broker agent books 8 loads per day. And this is just on the broker side. We haven't even talked about the dispatch side, because all of the brokerage firms that we manage, we set them up to be a broker, and we set them up with a dispatch division, which is a separate whole division. So as a franchise, you have your broker division and your dispatch division, and you're making money from both sides, both divisions. Your dispatch division is probably going to be about, it's not going to be as much as the freight broker side. Your dispatch division is probably going to make about a third of that. So you're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of probably about another $400,000, $600,000 a year on your dispatch side. That's your cut. That's your cut. So you can see why freight brokering is at the top of the food chain when it comes to revenue producing within this industry. Okay. And even if it's done the right way, I'm not talking about taking money from carriers and dipping into the carriers' money, cheating the carriers out of their money or stealing their money, because that's not what we do here. That's not how we run freight brokers first. That's not how we train our franchise owners. That's not how we train our salespeople. Everything that we do it the way it's supposed to be done. And in doing it that way, we can make money. You can make money. The carriers can make money. The shippers can make money. Everybody makes money because we're doing things the right way. Okay? Now, if you want us to take over your freight brokerage firm, and create this type of profitability for you, give us a call, 866-973-6445. Hit extension 1. I'll be more than happy to speak with you and walk through the whole process, tell you what the contracting entails, everything. If you are thinking about, wanting to become a freight brokerage firm, but you really don't want to, you don't have the money, you don't have the know-how, and you just want to take advantage of the franchise opportunity, give me a call, 866-973-6445, extension 1. Both of those require just a minimum of $2,500 down. Okay, for us managing your freight brokerage firm, that $2,500 is for us to build you this type of website. To build you this type of website. That's what that $2,500 is for us to implement this type of website. And we have to have this type of website. If you may say, well, I already have a website. Well, but that website is not compatible to how we do business. So if you already have a website, we can't use your website. We have to have one that we've built, that we can control, that's compatible to how we do business. That's all the components into how we do business, because this is how we train our salespeople to make you money. Okay? So that's what that $2,500 is for. And then we collect 20% of the broker's fee from that point on. Okay? If you are wanting to become a franchise owner, just give us a call. We're going to have several brokerage firms that we're going to be offering franchises for. Right now, we're offering franchises for haulable logistics. Starting within the next 2 weeks, we're going to be offering franchises for spirits logistics as well. We're also going to be offering franchises probably for race logistics, which is another brokerage firm that we're looking to take over. And then we have another brokerage firm who has stated that they want to take over their brokerage firm. They're probably going to get signed up after Sunday. We have a meeting with the owners of that brokerage firm on this Sunday. So we're expected to sign a contract with them this Sunday or Monday or Tuesday. And then we'll have franchises available for that brokerage firm within 2 to 3 weeks after that also too. Okay, so if you're looking to get started in the freight industry as a broker and make some of this great money that brokers are making, you want to be a part of a team, a company that is doing freight brokering the right way, that is not cheating carriers, that is giving the carriers all the money that they deserve, this is the place to be. Thank you all. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Thank you all so much. And hopefully I'll be hearing from some of you all. And I want to congratulate and thank all of the freight brokerage firms who are signing up with us this coming week, and all of the franchise owners, all the new franchise owners who are coming on board. One last thing, franchises are going to be limited. We're not going to be putting 15, 20 franchises per state. 4 franchises per state. 4 franchises per state. Okay, we're not going to flood the market with franchises. Okay, that's not what we're going to do. 4 franchises per state per company. All right, so if you are wanting to do this and you've had an anchoring to do this, but you didn't know anything about brokering, about this industry, and you've been wanting to do it, and you probably said to yourself, well, I can't afford it. Well, now we've just shown you how it's affordable. $87 a month through the Affirm. If you have $2,500 just laying around, if you want to pay it all out, you can do that too. But either way, it's very affordable. It's a lot less expensive than trying to start your own freight brokerage franchise. You have a freight brokerage firm already, and you're not making money. We've shown you how we get freight brokerage firm to profitability. So there you have it. Thank you. Y'all have a blessed day, and I hope to see y'all soon. Bye, everybody.